I'm glad you're with us here on STL TV Live. Do you recycle? Well, we're going to show you what some of your recyclables are being used for with St. Louis fashion designer Audrey Jones, who's here in the studio. Welcome, Audrey. So nice that you came in today.
Thank you for
and
having me.
I'm really totally intrigued by this recyclable thing, but we're going to talk about that in a minute because I want to backtrack for a minute. You're a fashion designer,
yes,
living right here in St. Louis and working in a studio of your own, designing clothes and sewing clothes. Which is so cool.
Yes.
So how did you get started?
Well, actually, I went to school, got a bachelor's in human resources, master's as well, worked in corporate America for about 5 years and just didn't like it. It was just not, you know, I didn't feel it, didn't feel the people or anything.
You know,
so
I cannot tell you how many people have sat in this chair and said exactly what you just said, but their story's a little bit different, but people make this career switch and they end up going with probably something you loved doing when you were a teenager.
I did, and I didn't realize that I had it all in my background until I, you know, realized and said, oh my goodness, I've been sewing for a while because I have sisters and we used to do fashion shows and I used to sew for them. I sewed little tops and things like that, but I never thought that I would be doing this as a career.
Isn't that interesting? So you did the bachelor's, the master's, worked in corporate America for a while, and then what was the epiphany?
I just didn't like it. I just went out on a limb and quit one day, and with the support of my family, I was able to just start up by, I moved to Miami. My brother lives in Miami, so I moved there for a while and kind of, you know, felt out the business, started out doing some alterations. I moved back to St. Louis, and I learned from Maria Busy Bee. She does alterations, so I just went in there one day and asked her.
I love that woman.
Yeah, she is awesome.
I know her,
She
yes.
is awesome, yes.
She is awesome.
So she was so wonderful to, you know, allow me to come in and look and see what she was doing, and I did that for a whole summer, and then I just ventured out on my own, and I've been teaching myself and been doing it ever since.
Wow. So were you designing clothes along the way when you were in corporate America, designing some of your own? No.
No,
you had
not
taken
at
a break
all.
from that.
Not at all. Like I said, it never occurred to me that that's what I was going to do. I just kind of prayed about it, and this came about, and yeah.
That's so neat. And you designed the dress that you're wearing
I
today, which is
did.
adorable.
I
love it so much.
Thank you.
All right, so 5 years ago, you started something really, really cool in our city called Mannequins on the Loop. So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I do a lot of traveling, and on one of my visits to Chicago with my mom, I saw there had the magnificent mannequins, and I thought it would be such a cool idea to bring that back to St. Louis. I believe the Loop area where it's being held is an awesome place. There's so much diversity there, and there are always people walking up and down, and everyone is coming to see the Loop and wanting to see the stars. So I thought it would be a great idea, and I just thought St. Louis, we have so many talent here. And
so
awesome.
Tell us what Mannequins on the Loop is exactly.
Okay, Mannequins on the Loop is where I team up artists, local artists and designers, and it's from Illinois, Kansas City, and St. Louis, or wherever they can come from. I advertise everywhere, and they design a garment for a mannequin using recycled materials. It can be anything they find, or it can just be regular plastic, paper, metal, anything like that.
So typically, how many artists apply?
We have about 15 artists every year.
15? Or do they change every year? Or
Yeah, they change every year, and some people have been on for about 3 years running now.
Oh, really? So they come back. Okay, so what kind of materials are they using?
Well, they team up with the merchants on the Loop. So it's a team effort, okay? So they team up with certain stores. We have Pizzazz, Blueberry Hill, Plowshare and Crafts, Staff Tag, the Moonrise Hotel, and they go dumpster diving basically, or they save things for them that they believe that represents their business.
Oh, wow.
Or they can come up with something that they believe, say, hey, you don't have this, but this would be so cool to represent, you know, for example, Plowshare and Crafts, and they put it together.
Very cool. Okay, we're going to take a break, but when we come back, I've got a zillion questions to ask about this because there's much more, and there's a whole charity aspect to this as well, which is super important. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more from fashion designer Audrey Jones. Stay with us here on STL TV Live.